The gentleman would like a deeper explanation of why we're not supposed to have hats in the building.
Yeah, I don't understand why we can't wear hats.
Because number one, it's a rule that we don't have hats in the building. There's no need for them. Number two, somebody could do this, and now it's mine. Now what are you gonna do? You can chase after me.
All right, but someone can also pants me, but I still wear pants.
No one's gonna do this.
I've actually seen that happen before. But I don't mind taking off the hat if I have a reason to take off the hat. But it's just what I'm against. What I'm against is being forced to take off the hat. So I asked him if he had a good reason why I should take off the hat. He said it's school rule. So I asked, why is it school rule? No offense, but he didn't really give me a good reason for why it's school rule. Now you gave me a good reason. You said, well, what if someone comes and takes it off? All of a sudden we have a big issue, right? Mm-hmm. Well, it's still my hat, though. That's still my problem if someone comes and takes it. If someone comes and steals my bag, well, it's still my choice because I have to wear a bag to go to school. Now, me wearing a hat, I would say, is my right as a human being to decide what I want to wear on my person, because at the end of the day, I own me and no one else owns me, you know? So I'm more than willing to take it off, but I just want a good reason why I should take it off.
What we call it is distraction to the learning environment.
Okay.
And when we say it's a distraction to the learning environment, here's a great example. Oftentimes, this is quick.
Absolutely.
Sometimes kids will. You know.
Yeah, I can see the problem with that.
This is how they wear their hat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't see their eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes they might be sitting in class with the low bro also.
Okay.
It's just, you know, we feel that we'd like to see our kids' eyes. We want to make sure. That's why we don't allow sunglasses in the building also. And that's perfect. That's good. You can keep them right there, boss, but not over your eyes. And if kids are wearing their hats too low, you can't see their eyes.
All right. So why can't it just be can't wear a hat too low? Like I see people with hoodies on, but they don't put the hoods on over their eyes. So why?
Down too.
Okay, but why can't the rule be you can wear a hat as long as it doesn't cover your face?
Because then you start getting into the, well, what, you know, how low is it, you know? Because let's say Mr. Frick, who's taller than me, you know, if you have somebody who's short, I might be able to see your eyes, but then Mr. Frick, who's taller, can't. Now all of a sudden we're like, well, I can't see your eyes. Well, Mr. Maxwell can. Well, I can't. Well, Mr. Maxwell can, but I can't.
All right.
And Mr. Rose, he could be in the same situation. He's taller than me. I need you to put your hat back. I don't want to put it back. It's like, you know what? We're not going to talk about this anymore. We're just going to have no hats in the building.
All right. Okay, but I guess I see what you're saying. I see what you're coming from. You're saying that's going to prevent you from enforcing policies in case someone decides to do something bad and cover up their face with it, right? I understand that. But I still don't see why it's as big of an issue as it is, because you can clearly see my face. I was obviously not hiding anything. So then why then is it enforced so strictly?
Because when you start allowing exceptions to the rule or trying to determine what's appropriate, what's inappropriate, because what's appropriate for some is inappropriate for others. So for instance, girls with inappropriate dress. There might be some girls who walk around here, and personally, I don't see when girls wear inappropriate things. But there are a lot of female teachers who think that's inappropriate. And so then we have to ask Ms. Whittle to get involved, and it could be fifth period, sixth period. This girl could be going through the building like almost the whole day. And she's like, right there, she's got to sit up. Appreciate it. Can you give me a second? Okay. So, in order to avoid getting into this, you know, this is okay, but this isn't okay, but that's okay, but that's not okay, we just say, you know what, we're just not going to have hats on in the building.
All right.
And I know, there's a few. I mean, for the most part, everybody's able to comply with the rule. I would say 99% of the students are able to comply. 1%, because if you think about 2,000 kids, 1% would be about 20. It might even be half of a percent about maybe 10 kids are just hell bent on wanting to wear a hat in the building. Bill Thompson is one. There's this another young lady who is, she thinks, you know, are you good to wear a hat? We're not going to make a rule based on 0.5% of kids who want to wear a hat.
All right.
Just not going to happen.
Okay.
I mean, let's put it this way. If 0.5% of the people in Iowa felt that the speed limit needs to be 90 miles per hour because it helps them or benefits them,
All right.
that's not going to happen.
But do I still have the right to wear what I want to wear in my person? Because at the end of the day, it's still my
Outside
body.
the building, not inside the building.
Okay, but what's the difference? Because I understand this was a private property. This is private property, but it's not. It's government property, right? Well, okay, and government property is paid for by the people, by taxpayers like my parents, and I'm sure you pay taxes too. So if technically the people, the citizens own this building, then why can't we wear what we want to wear as long as it's within reason?
Because as an administrator, it's my responsibility to set rules and policies that govern this government space. Because I am a government employee also.
Yep.
And it's my job to make sure. Let's put it this way. I want to carry a gun to the courthouse. It's a government building. I pay taxes. I can be able to carry my piece into the courthouse.
All right.
Ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. So even though it's a government building, as a government employee, it's my job to set policies and rules that govern this space. And part of the rules that we have here is that we're not going to wear hats in the building.
Okay. But at the end of the day, though, it's not a gun, though, it's a hat.
At the end of the day, it's a rule and a policy.
All right. All right. I understand what you're saying.